I saw everyone's tweets basically as this segment was playing out, and I felt sorry for anybody that watched Raw live tonight. The Jerry Springer intervention with the Bellas was painful, horrible, bad TV. Honestly, I have seen a lot in my history of wrestling, and I have to say that Brie versus Nikki has to go down as one of the worst feuds in the history of my career as a wrestling fan. Never have I seen, there's been stuff that's been bad, but there's never been stuff that's been obviously bad for 3 weeks now that has gotten this much time. This is being treated like it's the main event of Night of Champions. I know that, John Cena and Brock Lesnar can't be at the same place at the same time, and they're doing their best with Paul Heyman being there and giving big-time promos going back and forth with John Cena. But I think that the Bellas got just as much, and bringing in a celebrity from the 90s like Jerry Springer, sort of elevates it as one of the major angles that was played on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Obviously, when I watched this, the only thing that I could think of was that, especially when they were doing the pull apart with Jerry, was this was a segment that they were hoping to get some publicity on. Sometimes, they bring in celebrities, sometimes they bring in sports figures, and they try to get on Sports Center by having one guy punch another one, or Curly Matthews from the Green Bay Packers hit the spear on somebody on SmackDown. They've done it in the past 1,000 times, and most of the time this always works. This seems like something that they were hoping was going to get in Us Weekly, maybe featured on The Soup with Joe McHale, something like that. I mean, this was bad TV. Basically, both girls fighting back and forth. They show footage of it like it's Jerry Springer's show. Basically they have cell phone footage of the father cutting a promo after Nikki said that, basically Brie was the reason why her dad left and wasn't in her life. And then, of course, the mom had to chime in, saying both girls were good girls. And basically, she almost sided with Nikki because she told Brie that, she was always the more mature one. And basically, she needs to get over herself and that she needs to forgive Nikki for what happened. Brie brings up the point that if it wasn't for Nikki, she would have won a match at SummerSlam. And next thing you know, the girls start pulling each other's hair. Jerry Springer's caught in the middle, and he goes down. And now WWE, I think, is trying to make this publicity stunt go one step forward. I can't 100% tell, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's fake. They're saying that Jerry Springer broke his ankle and that he had to get stretchered out of Monday Night Raw. I think they were just trying to soak up as much sympathy as they can, trying to get people to talk about WWE, thinking that, people actually talk about Jerry Springer anymore. Honestly, think about it. I mean, if Jerry Springer brought ratings to Monday Night Raw, wouldn't Jerry Springer's show be in primetime television? I mean, I don't know. It's like a show that's on different times everywhere you live. But I mean, the Jerry Springer show is on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on channel 58. Not cable channel 58, local channel 58. Which is basically the last station on the dial when I was a kid. It was the one station that nothing ever came on. Nothing good was on 58. It was your last chance, option. I know a lot of people don't even know what I'm talking about. When you go to the TV and you change the ticker, you go 3, 10, 13, 31, 40, 58. And, when nothing was on 40, you flipped to 58. But nothing was ever good on 58. And that's where Jerry Springer lives today. I mean, if his show was worth anything, his show would be getting ratings and he wouldn't be coming on ours. It always is like the Chris Jericho story about Joan Rivers, how, Joan Rivers blows him off, flies him all the way out there to LA to do the Emmys, then basically never calls his name. So he wasted his whole day. He's going to get paid. He got a hotel. He said he got a shave, this, that, and the other, but he didn't get featured on the show where he was hoping to get some, publicity out of the whole deal, doing something except for WWE. He made some cash for the whole deal, but Joan Rivers would never, throw the the camera over to him, where basically he would get some TV time. Then comes over and tries to blame somebody for the whole mishap. And then she says if she ever needs him on Monday Night Raw, she'll be there. And Jericho's like, fuck off, because, like, you know, there's 3 times as many people that watch Monday Night Raw that are watching this show right now. Basically, now, you fucked me a minute ago on television. Now you're trying to, you know, have me help you out by putting you on television that people will actually watch. But, you know, that's a funny story. He says there's more of it in his second book, which I haven't gotten a chance to read yet, even though a buddy of mine from Twitter sent it to me, I believe, 2 years ago. No excuses on my part, but now his third book is coming out. The pressure is on me. But, you know, the girls roll around. Jerry Springer breaks an ankle. Just tell me when these girls are going to have a goddamn match so we can, you know, try to get through this the best way we can. We all know the Bellas aren't going to be going solo for long. They're going to put this group back together. They're better together than they are apart, much like the Funkadactyls, much like Peanut Butter and Jelly. I don't know what else, but WWE needs the Bella Twins to be together. I know that they really want the Bellas to be pulling each other's hair out all season long on Total Divas, but hopefully WWE can catch a message from anybody out here. Nobody is liking this. Nobody. Springer on Raw. No buys. Peace out.